The judiciary should not be seen mingling with politicians. Who are the judiciary? They're Nigerians. And I think for me, I think that is the root of the problem. Somehow, you become a governor and you're no longer a Nigerian. Somehow you become a judge, you're no longer a Nigerian. You're a president and you're no longer a Nigerian. And that is the root of the problem. It is a Nigerian problem. If you're a corrupt Nigerian and you're made a judge, you will be a corrupt judge. If you're a corrupt Nigerian and you become a SAN, you will become a corrupt SAN. The problem is a Nigerian problem. It starts from the home, it starts from the communities. We don't even hold each other accountable any longer. So, sir, I equally have a question for you. Perhaps we should legislate who people marry. Why should a prominent politician's wife be able to be a judge? It should be against the law. You see somebody that I laugh at it. He's a prominent politician, and his wife climbs up and becomes a Supreme Court justice. We have to regulate these things. And some people will say, how can you regulate love? You're not regulating love, you're regulating sanity and discipline. If your wife needs to be a judge, then you need not be an elected official. You must pick one. Let us get serious. Let us get serious. You hear court judgments, and the judge sitting there is the wife of a senator, and the senator comes on the floor of the Senate and tells us, well, in the bedroom, I have negotiated for some of you, and we laugh. So I'm calling on all of us, because I was talking to my friend, Dr. Gash. I was saying to him that the simplistic response to all of our problems is to blame the judiciary. The simplistic solution to all our problems is to blame politicians. If I didn't tell you today that I am a politician, or I was a politician before I went on sabbatical, I don't look like one. I don't speak like one. But let me tell you another problem before I sit down, having listened to our speaker. The bigger problem is, I have to humbly tell you that the politicians you see on your television, in the Senate, the National Assembly, are finished products of a very corrupt route. I remember the first time I was just coming back from the US when I ran for Federal House of Reps. I went to one of the delegates' house, and I must say this with all sense of humility. The man couldn't speak English, was a secondary school dropout, was riddled with poverty. I was trying to understand, how can this man gauge if I'm good enough to represent him? I could barely sit on his seat. The house was filthy. All of you politicians know what I'm talking about. But multiple people like him were responsible to vote for who was going to represent them. And then you wonder what is wrong. With all due respect, it's not lawyers that pick these people. It's not people seated here that choose who is going to represent their parties. Let's get serious. From the root is corrupt. When it's time to pick those delegates, politicians pick delegates who cannot barely understand the system. All they know is the brown envelope. And you let them elect your senators and House of Reps members, and what do you expect to get out of it? Let's get serious. When they're writing these delegates, most of them are not even educated. They can't read, they can't write. They don't understand anything. They're waiting for the bags of rice. They don't care about issues. Give me the money. And then finally, because maybe this is not the right time to say all of this, but finally, before I sit down, I want to challenge us. Are you waiting for your turn? Because the last election to me was the most sincere. A man who is now, with all due respect, our president, said it is his turn. I felt that was the most sincere statement, because amongst the political class, amongst the judges, amongst the judiciary, the legislative, all of us are waiting for our turn. Our turn for the embarrassingly reality that we are left to cater to ourselves. The very nature of the Nigerian state is what is creating the electoral rot. Every Nigerian is taking care of themselves. So when you are elected, when you're looking for office, you're looking for a means to take care of yourself. Pay school fees, pay for your electricity, pay for water, pay for the road, pay for everything. Even your security you pay for. So tell me, how can you elect me and expect me, who is coming from my own slice of the national cake, to protect yours? The problem is all of us sitting here and those sitting out there. It may be simple to hold the judiciary responsible, but what I hold them responsible for, with all due respect, is before you became a judge, you were a Nigerian. And sir, because you're the governor we're seeing, you were once a governor, and now you are the chairman of the ruling party. Before all of that, you were a Nigerian. Let's think about Nigeria first.
Nigerians, we need to wake up. See, we need to begin to take actions. And you know, we can't just continue talking like this, because what I have observed is we just talk. After 3 or 4 days, the matter dies down. No, what we should do now is seize the opportunity of the Freedom of Information Act and begin to ask questions. We need to start writing petitions. Because without petitions, these security agencies, anti-graft agencies, they will pretend as if they don't know what's going on. And in fact, I won't blame them, because as far as the NNPC is concerned, it's only what they tell EFCC that EFCC can know. It's only what they even tell Tinubu that Tinubu can know. He can know more if he's savvy enough. But you know, because of his age, I am very certain that Mele Kyari and his cohorts at the NNPC are giving Tinubu the runaround. But what does he care? So far as he gets his billions. What does he care? So it is up to us to come together and begin to use Freedom of Information Act to request for information and begin to use petitions. We need to begin to write petitions. I'm drafting one. When I am done with it, I'm going to present it so that the petition will not be coming from one person. When it's coming from one person, it's easy for them to target that person, either by bribing the person or by taking the person out. But if it's coming from many people, then it's difficult. That's blockchain technology. It's difficult for them to take the person out or take any person out or even bribe any person. So for security reasons, the petitions, the Freedom of Information Act, all of these things must be coming from different people. So when I finish it, I will post it. We must all take action together. All of this fuel scarcity we are experiencing now, it's a gimmick. They want to use fuel scarcity so that when you guys are tired of fuel scarcity and they now come and tell you that the landing cost is 1,300 per litre and that they must sell at 1,500 naira per litre, 1,800 naira per litre, you will not complain. That's what they are driving at. And unless we take action now, they will get away with it. They got away with it before. Don't sit down there in your comfort of your house and say it cannot happen. No, it will happen again unless we take action. And of course, we need to change all of these leaders. If you have not joined us, we need to create a political party with clearly stated ideologies. I did a video about the ideologies. It's on this channel, it's on this platform. Watch it. And then we need to come together to form that new political party. All you need is just click a link. That's all. Nobody's asking you for any money. So that together we can change this country. Enough of all this rubbish.